Okay, so we got this wonderful ball today. Yes. You're going to take it to the mid-back, lay back on it, lift up your hips, put them back down. Knees are bent, and your knees are just one fist width apart. Hand over hand behind the head, elbows are nice and wide. Then inhale, go over the ball. You know how far to go based upon what you got going on in your body. And then pressing into the ball to come up. When you're going over, I want you to gently press into the ball as well. Take an inhale. And exhale as you come back up. And again, we're going to inhale. And exhale, close up the rib cage. One more. We'll inhale nice and deep. Feels great. And exhale, hold it up. Now rotate your torso, turn towards me. And then take it back to the center. Rotate away. Try to keep those elbows in a straight line back to center. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale to inhale. And we're going to hold this one right here. Now the leg is closest to the screen is going to lift to a tabletop and put it down. So whichever leg you can see, that's the one that's lifting. So you should be twisted towards the screen. Yep, so you're not center, you're twisted. There you go. I'm watching. 4, tap down. 3, 2 more. 2, and 1. Back to center. Rotate away from me and lift the leg. It's in front. Up and down. So whichever leg you're looking at, that's the one that's coming up. My elbows are in a straight line. My torso has stayed in the rotation position. 4 more. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Bring it back to the center. I'm going to go back over my ball. Let your head just relax in those fingertips. As I'm coming up, tabletop your right leg, exhaling. Put it back down as you go over, and let's go to the opposite leg to the left. Inhale over, exhale, and inhale over, exhale. You got it. Over the ball, crunch up, over the ball. Now hold this one here. Now as I lower this foot down, at the same time, bring the other foot up. And tap. Do you feel your core working twice as hard? If this is too hard, keep one foot on the floor and then lift one at a time. Can we pick up our pace? Boom, boom, boom. If you don't need those hands supporting your head, reach those arms long and tap. And tap, and tap. If you'd rather push out, you can push out. One leg goes out, other leg pulls in. You got it. You're picking what's working for you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring both knees in and give a little hug. Don't forget to breathe. If that ball needs to be in a different part of your back, feel free to change that. Hands go back behind the head. I'm going to separate my knees but connect my heels. Make a little V with my feet. I'm going to push to a diagonal and then come back in the breath. Inhale, exhale. As you're pushing out, feel those inner thighs engaging and the glutes, the belly buttons pulling in opposition as the legs. You can also keep one foot down and press one leg out. So that's another modification. You got it. Inhale out. Exhale in. 2 more, please. Press out. Nice long beam of steel those legs are. Hold this one out and bring those legs straight up to 90. Good. We're going to lower down for 2. Lift up for 2. And again, you can have one foot down and bring a leg up and then switch. One foot comes down and up. So you're picking one leg or 2. Can you give me 2 more? Inhale, exhale, last one. Woo, balance on that ball. Hug those knees in. Feet come down, and we're going to drape over that ball again. Vertigo suffers. We don't go this far. We stay more parallel. Good. Draw the chin to your chest, hands behind those thighs. Peel yourself up off that ball, and we're going to place it between the ankles. Hands behind the thighs, and support as you lower all the way down to your mat. Hug those knees in. Give that lower back just an extra little ah. Now, different levels here. You can have your feet on the mat and the arms straight up, shoulders down. You can be in a tabletop position, but making sure that there's no space between your back and your mat. And then you can also have your legs straight up. So you're going to pick where you're going to start your pumping for the hundreds. You don't have to lift your head, but if you are, I'm going to ask you to inhale first. And on the exhale, draw the chin to your chest. Reach those arms parallel to the floor. If your head is lifted, your shoulders are off the mat, and we're going to start to pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe into the nose, and press into the ball as you exhale through the lips. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press the ball, 2, 3. Now, if you want, on this inhale, I'm going to lower a little bit and hold that here. On the next inhale, I'll lower down a little bit. Stay on the exhale. On the inhale, I might lower down a little bit, but your lower back must stay on the mat. I'll lower down a little bit. Make sure you're still breathing. Now let's start to come up a little bit and exhale. On the inhale, I come up a little bit and exhale. On the inhale, I come up a little bit and I exhale. Last one. On the inhale, I come up a little bit. I exhale and I put my head down. I'm just going to rock side to side. Give a nice little massage to the spine. Place your feet down, and I'm going to turn my head and look in one direction to release my neck. And I'll look to the other direction. Nicely done. Back to center, look straight up at the ceiling. Give a little pressure on that ball. Tuck your pelvis, your butt's lifting first. I'm going to peel up off that mat. As I'm coming up, my shoulders and back of my arms push into the floor. And I'm going to lower vertebrae by vertebrae, lengthen your fingertips closer towards your heels. And let's do that again. Tuck the tail. Inhale up. Exhale, melt each vertebrae, taking its turn, coming back onto the mat. Reach your arms all the way behind you as you lift up on that inhale. Keep the arms here as we exhale all the way down. Return those arms to the mat. Try that again. Inhale, lift up into that bridge. Arms go behind you. Keep the arms as you exhale. Articulate your spine down. Feel the length. Take your time through those spots that just don't want to come down. Arms back in front of you. And we'll do that one more time. As I bridge, I bring my arms behind me. My glutes are firing. I feel the hamstrings working on the exhale. Lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug those knees in. Grab onto your ball. Feet go back onto your mat. Lift up your seat. Put the ball underneath your pelvis. And we're going to take these legs to a nice little tabletop. So my knees are over my hips. My shins are a tabletop, so they're parallel to the floor. Keeping my legs glued together without my rib cage moving with me. I tap my toes only to the mat. And I bring it back up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toes go down slow. 4. Keep that rib cage heavy. I shouldn't see it poking up. And then 4 counts to come up. Exhaling. As you lower your feet down, we inhale. 2, 3, 4. We exhale. Now when you're lowering those knees, you keep your pelvis still. Belly still engaged. We're inhaling down. We're exhaling as we come up. Give me one more time. We'll inhale, tap down. Exhale, take it up. Put your left foot down on the mat. Straighten up your right foot. Straight up. Turn that kneecap slightly away from you. And we're going to take this leg down to parallel and then zip it back up. I'm going to inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. I'm reaching that leg longer as I lower each time. I'm using my belly. I'm resisting coming back up. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it here. My kneecap is still turned out. My opposite leg, my inner thigh is pressing towards my center line. Draw a circle counterclockwise. Brush against the inner thigh and lift up. Go towards that thigh, lift up for 2. This is not a break in the exercise patterns today. We are still using that belly. Stirring wet cement from the core. And now let's reverse. We go away, zip up 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Round to come up 3. Are we breathing? 2 more. Whoa, that got loud. 1 more. Hold it here. Good. Switch the leg out. My other leg comes straight up. The other leg, my foot is pushing into my mat. My kneecap of the straight leg is slightly turned out. Lower this leg to parallel. Use your belly to zip it up. And inhale, exhale, lengthen, scoop. Don't make this easy. Feel like as you're lifting that leg back up, you're pressing it through water. Inhale down, exhale up. 3 more. Feel the length of the thigh out of the hip. 1 more. Now hold it up. Now, if you felt your other leg flopping around, right now we need to press that right inner thigh towards the center of the body. We're going to circle this leg clockwise towards the opposite leg and bring it up. Inhale, exhale, 2. Round. Nothing else is moving but the leg. My back and pelvis are staying still. I'm stirring wet cement from the core. 1 more. Now let's reverse it. Away, zip up 1. Inhale, a little too big. Some of you ladies are going a little too far. Control, nothing else should move. 1 more turn here. Bring it around. Hold it there. Now add the other leg to it. So I'm going to try to have my legs straight over my hips. My heels are turned in, my toes are turned out. Don't drop the legs, but open them up to the sides. I'm going to flex my heels, come together, point the toes back in. Flex as I separate, resist, come back in. Feel the core pulling those legs back in as much as the inner thighs. We inhale out, we exhale in. Inhale out, point, resist. Don't just come flying in. Engage the inner thighs. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Just 2 more. As far as you can go without the pelvis going with you. Hold this one out there. Now, reach the toes long. Push the legs forward until the heels can come together. And then flex back out. So now I'm going in this little diagonal, and I press back out. I come back in. Can you feel the glutes activating a little bit more because my legs are further away? 2 more. Reach long. Press back out. Hold the feet together. Bring the legs straight up. Open them wide. Push down. Connect the heels to that diagonal and zip straight back up. Open the legs. Push down. Sweep the legs together, zip straight up. We inhale to open, exhale to come up. Inhale, open, exhale. Let's reverse this. The legs stay together. I push down, then I press my legs open, sweep them up to the ceiling. Connect the legs, push them back down. Sweep them open, lift them up. Connect the heels, push back down. Now connect the dots. Make it real smooth. Inhale down, exhale up. Pelvis, hips don't go with you. Maybe your circles don't go as far down. Legs should be straight. There should be no bent knees in either direction, down or up. Last one. Good. Bend those knees and place your feet on the mat. Bridge up, pull the ball out. Ball is up over your chest. I'm still in my bridge. I'm going to inhale. On the exhale, press into the ball and just start to articulate your spine back, down. Take those knees in. The ball rests on your shins. So I want you to take the ball up over your chest again. Shoulders are down. I'm going to press my shins back to that tabletop. I'm going to draw my chin to my chest, and I'm going to reach my ball as close to my ankles as I can without pulling my knees in, and then return back home. Try that again. Exhale. Try to reach that ball as far down the shins as you can. Inhale down. And we bring it up. Neck issues. If you would rather take your hands behind your head, put the ball down and support with the hands. Don't forget the breath. We exhale. Chin goes to the chest first. Now, when you're lifting up, you feel that back pressing against the mat. Keep it that way when you lower back down. We're just going to do 2 more. Exhale. Reach that ball longer. Return. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, bring the ball towards you. All right, so I'm going to take the ball towards my right thigh. It's going to press into the right thigh. Keep your head down if need be, or I'm going to draw my chin to my chest. I'm going to press my right thigh into the ball deeper as I push my left leg out. Now remove the ball from the right thigh. Put it on the left. Drive the left thigh through the ball. And switch. And switch. So yes, my ball is moving from thigh to thigh, but I'm not moving my whole back, right? My back is solid. My core is deep. I exhale. Exhale. You can also put the ball behind your head, lay on it, and pull the knee in instead of having your head lifted. That's another option. And press. Press. Take your time. Feel the abs working more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, head down. Let your knees flow to one side. Pull up from the belly. Let them float over to the other side. And bring it back in. Draw those knees into your chest. That ball is going to be behind you. Reach it long. I'm going to press my legs out to a diagonal. I'm going to start to grab the ball with my right hand, draw my knees towards my chest, lift my head up, pass it to my left hand. Put your head back down, reach the arms behind you. When those legs go out, there is no gap between my back and my mat. Right arm again, passes it underneath the thighs to the left hand. Reach everything away from the center. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Now the right arm's going to go behind you. Pass it to the left. Left is going to pass it underneath the thighs to the right. We're going to inhale as we reach back. We're going to exhale forward. Inhale. How's the back? Maybe your legs need to stay bent. They can stay bent. And I come up. One more. Woo! And then put your feet down. Reach the arms behind you. And then slide those legs out nice and long. Keep holding on to your ball back there. All right, so my legs are straight onto my mat. I'm going to reach my arms up. My right leg is going to reach towards the ball. And I lower back down. Now the left leg, bring it up. Take it back down. And my right leg, lift it up. Bring it back down. My left leg. The right leg. Take your time. Now I'm going to hold this one up, and I'm going to take my other leg into a diagonal. The left leg is up. My left hand has the ball. It's going to go underneath the left thigh, pass it to the right. Switch the legs, which one's up, which one's down. And you're going to circle the ball like a figure 8. Around. Around. Either head up or head down. Legs should be straight. As I bring my leg up, I give an exhale. Watch your neck. 4, I love these. 3, I know you do too. 2, and 1, hug it in. Woo! All right, take a breather. We're gonna bring those legs straight up. Arms are straight up. You guys okay back there? And bring those arms all the way up. Press the shins into the ball, ball into the shins. You can keep your head down to start. So I'm going to take my right leg away from the ball and my right arm and reach it away from my center. But I'm still pushing that leg into the ball. Bring it back up. Switch. Left leg, left arm. Bring it up. Switch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm making this easy. You're not thinking too much, right? It's the same arm as the leg. Yeah? Now, I'm going to take my eyes to my belly, roll my ball up an inch, come back down, take the right leg, left arm. Whoa. And reach it. Come back to center. Roll that ball up. Exhale. Inhale down. Now it's my left leg, right arm. Woo! Press it up, up, up. Bring it down. Right arm, no, right leg, left arm. And bring it back up. Eyes to belly. Roll, roll, roll. Bring it down. Left leg, right arm. You want to do one more set? Sure, okay. Press it up, up, up. Bring it down. Right leg, left arm. Your back better be heavy. Roll it up. Bring it down. Left leg, right arm, and release. Woo! Let's do a little bridge. Do a bridge. Release the back. Does this feel better now? We friends again? We sure are. I got one more in the ab series. These are just different variations to the ab series. So I want you to take both knees in and put the ball in the center of both thighs. Okay, now don't lose me. So I'm going to ask you to put your left elbow on the ball. And I'm going to nod my chin to my chest and bring the right elbow as well. Now, all I want you to do is face me and drop that elbow down. So you're facing me. Now, push more into that ball with the elbow and the thighs in the ball. Now, that elbow that's on the floor, bring it back to the ball. Twist again towards me. Bring it back up. Twist towards me. Let's dropping an elbow, bringing it back up to the ball. So the other elbow is just a permanent fixture on that ball. 2 more. Reach and bring it up. 1 more time. Reach it open. Good. Release your head. Put your feet down. Okay. You need to do a little twist. Floating the knees to one side. Are you ready for the other side? Still be facing away from me. So bring the knees in. Place the ball to the center of your thighs. Take your left elbow on the ball. So my knee's got to come a little closer, right? I'm going to lift my head up and bring my right elbow to it. Now the one elbow is going to stay. You're going to twist away from me. So I'm going to drop that elbow towards my mat and then bring it back to the ball. Do that again. Drop it. Press it up. I'm going to keep pressure with my legs into my ball, elbow into the ball. My back is heavy on my mat. If this is not cold for you, or if at this point you're like, I need a break, take a break, hug the knees into your chest. We have 3 more to go. 2 more. We twist. We come back up. And last one. And release. Ball off the side. I'm going to do another bridge. I'm going to lift up. Nicely done. Give me a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, float the spine. back down. All right, rock yourself up. It's time to get off our backs for a little bit. Okay, so I want you to grab onto that ball. I want you to place it on the mat in front of you. Did we survive that series? No comment. All right, so sit as tall as you can. If you want to, you can sit on top of your ball. Okay? We're going to take a nice big inhale. Don't lose me. And on the exhale, I want you just to round. Don't worry about keeping the lower back against the wall, but I want you to round as far forward as you can. The belly button's still pushing back. Now roll it back in. Inhale. Shoulders are mounting. Spine is stacking. Chin to chest. Exhale. Push that navel in. In. Press the back of those legs down. Inhale. Please use your core to come back up, not your backs. Chin to chest. I'm peeling. I'm peeling. I'm peeling. Now stay here. Grab onto the sides of your ball. I'm still pressing the back of my legs down. My core is still engaged. I'm still looking into the belly. I'm going to bring my arms parallel to the floor and then lower down. I bring it up. Now, as I bring it up, I want your belly button to pull in deeper. Lengthen those arms longer. I'm going to exhale. If this is not cold for your back, please sit up. We're going to do one more here. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to roll the ball back towards me and stack my spine. Take the legs wider than your mat. The hand that's furthest away from me, put it on the ball. Okay? You're going to rotate towards that leg as closest to me. You're going to go along that inner thigh. Now, don't tip and get that hip off the floor. So I'm just going to roll that ball as far forward towards that heel as I can, while my opposite arm, you know this, we reach it back and we look at it. Now bring the ball back in. The other hand will push the ball to the other leg. And as I roll it forward, I look back at that arm behind me. Inhale up, small little twist, and then I keep twisting as I go forward. Don't let that other butt cheek lift up. Inhale, tall. Rotate. So my arms should be nice and straight. Inhale from the belly, not the back. Exhale, so the last time you'll face me on this one. And then we'll finish away from me. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it back up. We're going to bring those legs together. I'm going to take the ball at the very bottom, so it's on my mat, closest as I can get. I'm going to bend the leg furthest from me. I'm going to sit back. My arms are going to be straight, and I've clasped my hands right on that shin. Relax the shoulders. There's no reason you should be tensed up. Be like, okay, I could watch a commercial like this. So my straight leg, I'm going to slightly externally rotate it. I'm going to pull my navel into my ball. I'm going to lift my leg up and hover. Up. So I'm working the front of my hip, of course, my core. Shoulders should be relaxed. I'm looking straight ahead. And I want you heavy on that ball. That navel is pressing into your ball. If you're feeling strain in your shoulders, it's because you're here. And some of you guys are here. Let them go. 4, 3. Use your hands to help hold you up, kids. 2. Now hold this one up, and I'm going to go little pulses. Up, up, up. Drive the other foot into the floor. Yes. We'll do 8 more. You're welcome. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide that leg in. Switch the hands to the other shin. Slowly lengthen the other leg. Feel your belly pressing in. So I think we missed that. Slide that leg back in. Slowly slide it out. As it's going out, the belly button is going into your ball, not the shoulders. Now externally rotate the straight leg, hover it off your mat, and we're going to lift it up and hover. I will exhale because my belly is working the hardest on the lift up. Take your time. It really helps if you engage the breath in the exercise because it's part of the exercise. And 3, don't be in a rush. 2, hold it up, little pulses. 2, 3, is your belly button still pressing into that ball? 6, 7, 8 more. Reach those toes a little longer. 7, 6. These are so fun. 4, 3, 2. Just go with that. Lower the heel and bring it back in. Let your knees fall apart. Grab onto your ball, place it on your mat in front of your feet, and just roll it out. Let those hip flexors get a nice release. You're welcome. We doing okay so far? You look fabulous. All right, zip up the spine. Slowly press the legs out. Parallel, feet together, legs together. Take the ball and rest it right against your torso. And I've overlapped my arms over that ball. So feel like you're trying to pull the belly away from the ball as the ball gently presses in towards the torso. Shoulders are mounted, and make sure you're creasing at your hips. You're not leaning back. We're going to inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, rotate towards me. 1, 2. Inhale. As I rotate the opposite direction, I'm growing taller. Inhale, lift. Press the back of those legs down. Exhale, exhale. If you have trouble sitting up, your knees should be here. Inhale, exhale. 1, further. 2, last one. Inhale here, and we exhale. 1, 2, and release. Okay, come onto your side facing me. Make sure your head matches where mine is. And we're going to take that ball right here. I'm going to lengthen my top leg, and my bottom leg is pushing down. The arm that's holding you up right now, I want you to reach it onto the mat. But I want you to keep your head lifted, so I'm not going to plop it onto my arm. And I want you to add the other arm. So my arms are more like parallel. I want you to take your straight leg and hold it up. I'm firing my glutes. My oblique is helping hold this leg up. If this is bothering your head, prop the head up with the bottom hand and reach long. Okay? All right, so this top leg is straight. I'm going to lift it up an inch, back down. Lift. I want you firing here, here, and here. So I touch the glute, the outer thigh, and the oblique. You got it. Reach your toes long. Remember what to do if your neck feels strained. Put the hand on the head. Reach a arm straight, it's on top. Reach it straighter. And I go for 3. And I go for 2. And now I'm going to lower that leg. I'm going to support with my one hand, slide the other arm forward towards the screen. Go over your ball, and the elbow is going to point up to the ceiling. I'm going to lift up for 3 counts. Up, right to here, my diagonal. Go over the ball. So I push off my bottom leg, my bottom arm. Now I'm not coming up like this. As soon as I'm in my diagonal here, that's where I stop. It's 3 counts to come up. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, big stretch. Shh. That straight leg is reaching long. Lift up, 2, 3, over. Can you just give me 2 more? Of course you can. Up, 2, 3, over. Last one. Slow, slow, slow. Now take that top arm and reach it over that head. Good. Now the arm is reaching over your head. Use that on your mat to lift you up. Put the ball between the legs and reach the legs long. I'm going to lay all the way down. I like to, when I'm lifting from my hips, I like to have my head down, but you can have it propped up, whatever feels best to you. My free hand is flat on the mat. My elbow is right next to my rib cage. Make sure you got your hips stacked. I'm gonna lift these legs up and down. So this is a lot of oblique exercises here. Can you feel it yet? No? Yes. Kim spoke for all of you. Lift. Thank her for that. Lift. Lift. Now can I add on? Lift your legs. Now bend your knees towards you and push them back out, and then drop your legs down. Lift up. Push it out. Come down. Lift it up. Slide those knees in. Squeeze. Are you squeezing your glutes? Inner thighs are working. 2 more. Do you enjoy it when you lower those legs back down and the oblique is nice little length? 1 more. Up. In. Good. Now, you're going to roll the ball so you can grab onto it. Place it to the front edge of your mat. Take your top leg, bend that knee, and rest it on the ball. You can be propped up or you can be laying still on your arm. So I took my top leg, I bent it, and I'm resting my knee on that ball. I'm going to take my straight bottom leg, lift it, and lower it. So here I'm working the bottom leg, inner thigh. I took my hip out of the picture by resting on my ball like this. So enjoy that. Up. Now don't cheat. Make sure you're lifting from your inner thigh. Can you feel that there? Hello? Yes. Can you feel this? Make sure your core is still engaged. You guys didn't tune me out yet, did you? And lift. And we lift. 2 more. Now hold this one up. Point the toes and little pulses. Up, up, up. Relax those shoulders. Relax that neck, but don't relax the core. Now hold it. Flex your foot. Now pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stack your knees. Whew. We're going to sit up. I'm going to take my top leg behind the bottom leg, like a mermaid position. And I just want you to stretch. So can you feel where you just worked, getting a nice stretch? You can also put the elbow down and stretch. Keep that hip that you're stretching away from, pushing away from that arm. And bring it back up. Okay, other side. Yay. How are we doing on time? All right, not bad. So we're going to place that ball at the very bottom of the rib cage. Okay, so it's at the very bottom. Make sure your head matches mine. All right, so you're going to take your top leg and extend it straight. Stay with me. Your bottom arm, reach it long towards the short end of your mat. Don't let your head fall down. And reach the other arm parallel to the floor. Nice long line. Lift that straight leg up. Hold it here. Hold it. Reach it longer. Now from this parallel position, I lift it up an inch and then parallel. What's also happening here is my bottom leg is pushing into the mat as I lift. If this bothers your neck, you got to put your head there, put your hand there on your head. Yep, is that better? Are we alive today? A little frozen, maybe? Oh, just wait. Someone told me how cold it's going to get later on in the week. I'd rather not know. Reach, reach, reach. Lift. Stay light on the ball, so I'm engaging that core. Always, always. We doing okay? 4, 3, 2, Lower the leg. Now my arm that's on the bottom is going to slide now to the front edge of my mat. It's reaching for me. And I go over my ball, and I take the opposite hand behind my head, elbows up to the sky. Make sure your hips are stacked. Don't lean back. Push from the bottom arm and bottom leg. We're going to come up for 3 counts, this nice little diagonal, and then over for 3. Don't rush it. Exhale, up, 2, 3. Inhale, lengthen, stretch. The slower you go, the more precise you are with your movements, the more you get out of this. Up. Lightly go over that ball. Take a break when you need it. Same 3 counts lowering that you're using as you're lifting. So it's up, 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 over, 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 up, 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 over, over. One more. Exhale. Now stretch that top arm over your head. Lengthen that straight leg even further away. Support to bring yourself back up. Let's take the ball between the ankles. You can be propped up or lay all the way on that arm. But make sure your hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. My hand is pressing into the mat. My elbow is by the rib cage. Long legs, and we're going to lift up, and then come back down. Now, it's very common to find you lifting that shoulder to the ear as you bring those legs up. So I want you to take that energy and press that free hand into the mat as you're lifting the legs, anchoring the shoulder away from the ear. Does that make sense? Slower, up, and then down. Exhaling up. That bottom rib cage here should stay nice and light. I'm not plopped heavy onto that floor. Lengthen as you lift. 2 more. Shoulders are relaxed. Are your glutes firing? Now hold the legs up. Bend the knees towards me. Push back out and then lower down. Lift up. Slide it in. Squeeze your booty as you press those legs straight out and release. Lift up. Slide. Out. Release. Lift. You've got to feel those glutes engaged. Straighten them out. Can you give me one more? We'll lift up. Slide it. Press it out. Okay, slide the ball up the leg, grab onto it with your hand. I'll prop my head up for this one. So the ball is in front of me. I'm going to bend my top knee and rest it on my ball. So my foot is on the floor. My knee is on the ball. Everybody with me? My bottom leg is going to reach long. I'm going to hover it off my mat. Then I'm going to lift it up, hover. And again, relax those shoulders. Keep the rib cage engaged, not sinking heavy onto the mat. Inner thigh is working. You have to put that connection. The brain has to tell the inner thigh, okay, you need to work to lift this leg. Exhale up. Inhale down. Same speed up, same speed down. And you choose how high to take that leg off the floor. Relax that top shoulder. Palm is flat on the mat. 2 more. Lift and lower. Now hold this one up. Can you point the toes and give me little pulses? Belly still pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. 4, 3, 2. Hold this one up. Can you flex your foot? Can you reach an inch higher? Now pulse it. 8. Belly. Pull it in. Pull it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stack your knees. Pull yourself up. Take your top leg behind the bottom leg. You can just reach out with this arm and do a side stretch, Or you can put the elbow and forearm down, but keep the hip and glute pressing down as you stretch out of that hip, the oblique. It's like thank you, and thank you. And release. Okay, swing those legs around. A variation of teaser. Yes. Okay, so a lot of options. If you have trouble coming back up, laying all the way down, don't lay all the way down. You're more than welcome to put the ball behind you and come back like this, but don't leave your ball. Okay, so you're more than welcome to do these 4 counts down and up like this. Or you can take the ball on the track. So I've got my legs 1 fist width apart. Arms are reaching long. I start in this diagonal and I can lower it down. You choose how far you go down. If you go all the way down, coming back up, there should not be any momentum. Yeah. Breathe. Chin to chest. Find the lower back. Inhale up. Exhale. Now, if you have that ball behind you, make sure your head's not drifting back. So you want to always have like an apple underneath your chin, right? So watch your neck. Now, this is too easy. When you come up and the ball is on top of the knees, you can reach long. Now, you can hold it like this and roll back down. Eyes to belly. Inhale. Exhale, or you can put your feet back down. So play with it. What is challenging you today, but not killing you, right? And one more. You pick it. You pick where the ball is. You're going to inhale up, and you'll exhale down. Okay, hug those knees into your chest. Woo! And we're going to do a fun little swimming variation. So we're going to rock ourselves up. I'm going to come onto my stomach. So we haven't done any extension a whole lot, right? We haven't done our swan yet and all that stuff. So for swimming, I'm going to rest my forehead. Now, you don't have to use the ball, but I'm going to rest my forehead. So my head and my chest is somewhat lifted, not a whole lot. If you are not doing this position, you will put your head all the way down on the mat, okay? All right, so my arms are going to reach long, my legs are reaching long, and they're 6 bone width apart. I want you to lift the right arm, left leg. As you lower that down, switch to the other side. And then switch, 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 switch. So I'm going to start to pick up my pace a little bit. I'm resting on forehead on my ball. Now I'm going to start to breathe. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Squeeze that booty. Pull that navel away from your mat. And release. Hands go onto your mat and stretch back. How did that go for you today? Did you like swimming better now? Well, there you go. So maybe that's the way we do swimming from now on. Okay. All right, now let's go into planks. So we're going to be doing a variation with a regular plank, moving into side planks. If you go onto the side plank modification, you won't be able to keep your ball, and that's fine. You don't have to use the ball at all, okay? So if you're doing a full side plank, when I say full side plank, I mean the knee does not touch the floor, okay? A modification would be your bottom knee as a side plank, correct? So if you're doing the bottom knee and you know you're going to need to do that, don't use your ball because it will be gone. It'll fall out, okay? So we're going to start with the ball between our feet. I'm going to press out into a plank. So if you need to modify right here, that's cool. Go to your knees or go to your forearms. You're picking what plank works for you. Now, the hand furthest from me is going to go towards the center of your mat. I'm going to slowly roll my feet till they're stacked and my arm will come up and hold this side plank. Yep, good modification, knees down. Then I'm going to put my hand back down and move that right hand back to where it was. Now the opposite hand will come into the center. I start to roll my hips and my feet. I hold the side plank. Woo, this side's shaky. And I'm going to take my feet back down, move that hand back over, drop to your knees, and stretch. How did that go? Did everybody modify that needed to modify and you felt safe and in control? Okay, let's do that one more time. So I'm going to press out into my plank. You can be in modified plank. Those knees can be on the floor. The hand furthest from me comes into the center. I roll that top with that one foot on top. Squeeze into your armpit. Hold here, press into that ball. Feet start to come back down. Hand comes down. I move that hand back over. Now the hand closest to me, to the screen, goes to the center. I turn. I get my feet stacked. I bring that arm up. Take the feet back to the mat. Hand goes back over. Lower to your knees. Stretch back. I'm going to give my wrist a stretch on this one. Arms go behind me. And I curl my fingertips to my wrist. I hope that went well for you guys. Okay, let's come up to, keep your feet, or keep your ball. If it's not there already, put it by your feet again, and come up to a high kneel. Feet are flat, if able. They have to be flexed, that's fine. All right, so I want you to take your arms out like a T. Now, right now, I can feel my hamstrings engaged, my glutes engaged, my shoulders are relaxed. Now, I want you to twist where you're turning towards me, so I can see your gorgeous face. Now, you're going to hinge back and touch the ball. So my arms in a straight line. I come back up and unwind. Twist away from me. Now my hand behind me is going to come back and touch the ball. I'm doing a little thigh stretch, rotation. I bring it back up and unwind. If you want to go bigger this time, you'll inhale to me. And this time you can go towards your heel. Bring it back up and center. Rotate. I follow that hand back. I come back up. We'll do one more. You can go further down if you want. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back up. Do what works for you. Don't be sticking that booty out. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And release. How'd that one go? Okay. Grab your ball. Take it off to the side. I want you to take your leg furthest from me forward into a 90-degree angle and take your hands and rest them on that thigh. Now I want you to lunge forward as far as you can. Yep. Spine is nice and long, and I use my hands to support that spine. So I shouldn't be here, guys. I am here. Yeah. Now take one hand on each side of the foot. Don't move your hands. Try to straighten the leg without automatically taking your butt back. Like try to start to straighten it. Minimal movement in the rest of your body. Does that make any sense? Then push the back of the, yeah, I know, it's like, and then get out of it and lunge back forward. Let's inhale as we stretch. Exhale. Can you give me one more? Take your time. Don't move those hands, although your brain's going to say, just lie back, just slide them back. Take one hand at a time onto that thigh again and bring your spine back up and switch the leg out. Did that go okay? Okay. All right, so start with your 90-degree angle here. And I just take that knee and I lunge it forward. But I try to keep nice and upright. Try to keep my hips square. You choose how far you go forward, but stay tall in your spine. All right, one hand on each side of that foot. Don't move the hands. Take that leg Take it back forward. Inhale, try to press the back of that knee down to your mat. Exhale, let's just do one more. Inhale, belly scooping. Exhale. Now from here, I'm going to take my hands a little more flat, flex my back foot, drive that knee off my mat, and then take your front foot to match the other foot. And I'm going to take my feet a little wider. I'm going to pike my seat up. My head's going to go between my arms. My heels are going to push down. Now my heels look like they're still a little bit too lifted. So I'm going to take my hands back a step and see if I can get my heels a little closer. Now bend your knees and take your hips and knees in a straight line. So I'm hovering my shins off the floor. Yep. Then pike your seat up, draw that navel in, press through the heel of that hand. Let the knees come forward until they're hovering right underneath those hips. And one more. Press through. Bring those knees forward. Lower them all the way down. The hand closest to me, palm goes to the ceiling. Thread that needle, follow it. Breathe. Bring that hand back onto the floor. And then the opposite hand, knuckles down, palm up. Thread that needle, follow it. Breathe. Bring it back in. Take your knees as wide as your mat and sit back. Walk those hands as far forward as you like. Your head can come all the way down. You worked hard today. You think you worked hard today? The main question is, though, do you feel better than when you walked in the door? Good. You're just going to walk your hands in towards you. And you've made it. Woo! Survived another one. Good job.